Gilgis Alexander, little head.
Check 1, 2, 3. Check 1, 2, 3. Jesse for Pablo. I'm getting some random noises, but here we are, hanging out, having a good time. All is good, hopefully. Are you hearing me on your end? Hopefully at some point, but clearly we are not playing this game in Venezuela. Based on recent events, we are going to be in Colombia for this one. Jesse O rocking out solo for this contest. Here we go. Please keep going. So we got Venezuela and Brazil going head-to-head. That will tip off 2:10 local time here in Europe. The first round for Group C action. This is taking place in Coliseo Evangelista Mora over in Cali, Colombia. Our referees for tonight's game: Roberto Vazquez, Johnny Batista, Jesse Diaz. And the last head-to-heads between these two teams: 19 wins for Brazil, 10 wins for Venezuela. The last time that they played each other, though, was back on Friday, February 27th, 2026, FIBA Basketball World Cup 2027, America's Qualifiers. Brazil beat Venezuela 94-84, and then the time before that, they hadn't seen each other for 8 years. Saturday, June 30th, 2018. That was the FIBA Basketball World Cup 2019 America's Qualifiers. Venezuela beat Brazil 72-56. So obviously a very different tale of the tape. They flip-flopped the last 4 times that they've played each other. And they played each other in the first round of the FIBA Basketball World Cup 2019 America's Qualifiers before the June 30th appearance on November 27th. And Brazil beat them by 12. 72-60 was the final score in that one. And then the time before that, you had Venezuela beating Brazil again, 64-58. All right, awesome. Thanks. The road to the second round runs through Cali tonight. Brazil has already secured its place, but Venezuela has everything to play for. A Venezuelan win tonight combined with a Colombia victory over Chile later would send La Vinotinto through to the second round of the 2027 FIBA Basketball World Cup Americas qualifiers. We're here at Coliseo Evangelista Mora in Cali, Colombia, where Venezuela continues to play these home games after the devastating earthquakes forced this qualifying window to be relocated. On the other side, Brazil enters unbeaten at 4-0, while Venezuela is 1-2, fresh off its first win of the campaign and looking to avenge a 94-84 loss to Brazil back in February. So Brazil once again looks every bit the continental powerhouse. The two-time FIBA World Cup champions and reigning 2025 FIBA America Cup champions have won all 4 qualifying games by double figures under Alexander Petrovic. This roster features NBA experience in Iago Santos, Bruno Caboclo, and Didi Lozada, while Brazil continues to shoot it exceptionally well from deep, making at least 10 three-pointers in each of its last 5 road World Cup qualifying games. And their ball movement has been outstanding throughout this window, and they arrive looking to finish the opening round undefeated. And now for Venezuela, this is a chance to keep the dream alive. Francisco, as they call him, Curo Segura, is in his second year leading a program that captured the 2015 FIBA America Cup and is now trying to return to the World Cup. Veterans Edwin Mijares, Johanner Cifontes, and Pedro Churillo provide experience, while Jefferson Guerra has emerged as one of the breakout players of these qualifiers with double-figure scoring in every game. Venezuela also showed its resilience in the first meeting, trimming a 19-point deficit to 6 in the fourth quarter before Brazil ended up closing it out. And before we tip things off, sports has a remarkable way of bringing people together, especially in moments like these. Venezuela continues to play these home games here in Cali after the devastating earthquakes that struck the country less than a week ago, forcing the entire qualifying window to be relocated. On behalf of everyone at FIBA, we send our deepest condolences and all of our love to those who have lost loved ones, and our thoughts remain with everyone affected as recovery continues. We thank you for joining us tonight, and now before basketball takes center stage, we invite everyone to observe a moment of silence with us. Of course, that's the national anthem for Brazil, and now we move on to Venezuela. it's a fun time to be a FIBA basketball fan right now. It's just an incredible way to bring the world together. Venezuela and Brazil here in Cali, Colombia. Venezuela comes in as the number 29 team in the world, known as La Vinotinto de las Alturas. Brazil on the other side, number 10 in the world right now, known as Seleção Brasileira, one of the most successful national teams in FIBA America's history. And our officials for tonight's contest: Luis Vazquez Ocasio, Johnny Batista Palermo, and Jaced Diaz Blancourt. All three of our officials tonight from Puerto Rico. So lots of representation from all over the sporting world. And by the way, our officials have done absolutely amazing in these qualifying windows so far. We check out our starting five for Brazil, and that has been what a lot of people term as the grind unit. And by that they mean this team just knows how to play together and grind out victories together. Deodato, Santos, Caboclo, Lozada, and Zhao. And of course, Santos, the captain for the squad, and Alexander Atso Petrovic in his third year coaching this Brazil national team, a 2025 FIBA America Cup champion with Brazil, and a veteran international coach who has led Brazil, Croatia, and Bosnia and Herzegovina. So has been all over the FIBA circuit as a head coach, and now over for the home team here in Venezuela. Of course, you have Mijares, Churio, Centeno, Ascanio, and Cifontes. Churio will be our captain in this one, and he represented Venezuela in already 2 Basketball World Cups. And at the helm for them, Kuro Segura in his second year at the helm. A 2-time LEB Oro champion, led Menorca, Zaragoza, and Real Betis to ACB promotion. Former Kuwait national team coach, and has been a veteran of top leagues in Spain, Greece, and China. So great coaches at the helm for both of these squads. And the fun part with these FIBA tournaments is not just the player matchups that we like to see, it's the coaching chess matches as well. It's nice that we can actually be near these huddles and sometimes listen into what these coaches are telling their squads. See Coach Petrovic there in his third year. There's Segura. Venezuela has been a FIBA member since 1938, one of South America's longest standing basketball federations. And on the other side, Brazil has been there a long while as well. Brazil has won 2 FIBA World Cups, 1959 and 1963, only one of a handful of nations to win multiple world titles. They own 3 Olympic bronze medals that they won back in 1948 and 2 in the 60s. They've made 16 Olympic appearances. And they won the 2025 FIBA America Cup last year, capturing a record-tying 5th continental title under Coach Petrovic. The last America Cup won by Venezuela, though. The FIBA America Cup gold in 2015, they defeated Argentina in the championship game. But they have appeared in 5 FIBA Basketball World Cups. Their highest was an 11th place finish in 1990. Venezuela in their last game earned their first qualifying win. They defeated Chile 72-68 on the road. Brazil finished the first 2 rounds unbeaten. And now we observe the moment of silence. Sending our deepest condolences to all those who have lost loved ones. And it's at this point in the broadcast where we invite you in and say, hey, everyone, let's have some fun. This is the beauty of sports. This is the beauty of basketball. And the FIBA circuit is that this brings people together, and we're glad you're joining us here tonight. And we'd like to welcome you inside Coliseo Evangelista Mora in Cali, Colombia, where it's Brazil and Venezuela in Group C of the 2027 FIBA Basketball World Cup America's Qualifiers. Brazil has already secured a place in the second round, while Venezuela can join them with a win tonight and a Colombia victory later over Chile, as the first shot is off the mark. And Brazil gets it right back, lets it go, and a swish from beyond the arc to start off this one. And Iago Santos, whose jersey just says Iago on the back, gets his first shot to go in. He had 7 points the last time he played Venezuela. He was the MVP in an All-Star 5 in the FIBA America Cup 2025. Second chance opportunity now for Venezuela on this offensive possession. Ascanio. 2 missed shots there for Venezuela on 2 possessions. Deodato rattles that one in from 3. Guy Deodato, a 35-year-old, playing for Flamengo Club in Brazil, averaging 7.5 points per game. And our first foul of the game comes almost a minute and a half in. So Venezuela can join Brazil in the second round with a win tonight and a Colombia victory tomorrow over Chile. We're so glad you could be with us for this terrific matchup. The last time that these two teams played each other, it was just a 10-point game. Venezuela cut a 19-point first half deficit to 6 entering the fourth before Brazil managed to pull away late. But Venezuela won the rebounding battle 41-36 and made 13 threes, but committed 19 turnovers in that game and allowed Brazil to shoot 57.5% on their 2-point attempts. So they'll try to limit that here. Venezuela finally on the board after both made free throws by Johanner Cifuentes, the 30-year-old. And now Brazil carries a 4-point lead from the outside. 3 threes in a row. Brazil came out shooting. And by the way, every single 3 for Brazil has been made by a different player on the squad. So Deodato, Caboclo, and Luzada have all made a 3. The entry pass inside might have been mishandled, and it was. With 4 seconds left to go on the shot clock there, just tried to get something going, and Iago Santos immediately trying to get something going. He saw the full court press happening immediately. Well, you know, they got to get this across the half-court line, and they do. And a foul on the runner there. Should be on the floor. Santos is someone that this Venezuela team is going to try to key in on early. Venezuela, the number 29 team in the world. Cifuentes picks up his first foul and the team's first foul. From the near side, it's now Santos. 1 dribble. Lozada broke off his man. Lozada trying to crush it at the rim, and he got blocked by the rim. And it stays on this side based on the far side official. So our officials originally signaled one way and then back the other way. It looked like Lozada might have taken off a little bit too early there. You know, when you're a guy like Victor Wembanyama or, I don't know, Rudy Gobert, you could take off from that point and easily dunk it, but Lozada at just 196 centimeters might have taken off a little bit too early there, and we immediately have a Venezuela challenge as the officials ruled that it is still Brazil ball. Let's take a look at the replay here as Lozada went up to dunk it. No one touches it. on the way down right there. It looks like Zhao came in and someone might have knocked it away. So Zhao for Brazil. Close by. Ooh, that's a tough one. Wow. I mean, it's truly real. Oh, that might be off Brazil last, but does that arm come down off of Venezuela? Whew. Officials always have a tough job, and that's why we love them here at FIBA. They have the hardest job in the entire arena every single night, and it will stay this direction. So Venezuela does lose the coach's challenge there. So Segura, in his second year, chose to use the challenge early. Now the inbound coming from Santos. This one goes to the far side. Santos coming back up top to run the point with 7 seconds left to go. Drives left at the left elbow now, all the way back up top. Deodato, 2 seconds to shoot it, puts it up, and a flamethrower. Brazil, 4 made threes to start off this ball game, picking up right where they left off in the last window. Deodato already with 6 points. Brazil a 10-point lead in the first 3 minutes. All the way outside. That shot a little bit strong off of Churio's arm. Near side Losada. Losada, a 27-year-old shooting guard, also playing for Flamengo. 3 of the starters for Brazil all play for Flamengo Basket Club in Brazil. That'd be Deodato, Santos, and Losada. And that's really where things get tricky when you're playing Brazil, is you're playing guys that not only have played together growing up and everything through the Brazil system, but you're playing guys that still play together even in their national league. 5 seconds for Brazil to work with here, is that one will end up short, but a foul called for Caboclo. So you saw the entry pass there. Caboclo got contested by Centeno. And he makes the first free throw. Haven't seen that much of Caboclo recently. Didn't play that many games in his last year for Dubai Basketball Club. His year got cut short in the United Arab Emirates. But an MVP of the 2024 FIBA Olympic qualifying tournament, led Brazil to their first Olympic berth since 2016. Here's Mijares up top, thought about it for a sec, now goes down the lane underneath, and the two-handed jam coming underneath the cup. Venezuela with their first field goal of the game. Centeno is the one to put it in. By the way, Venezuela only has one more foul to give underneath, and this one's an easy one off the glass. So Caboclo saw one go in from the free throw line, actually saw 2 go in, and then immediately makes 2 points from inside the paint. He's got 4 points in the ball game now, and Brazil extends their lead to 12. From the near side, Mijares, cross-court pass, and it was intercepted by Losada, but Venezuela stole it right back. Corner 3, there it is. Mijares gets one to fall as he takes a fall on the far side. All the way back out. They pass it to the corner. Deodato. Entry pass. Left-hander is good from the big man. So now on the other side, Venezuela currently trailing by 11. The bounce pass in, almost lost. Now back out. Another 3, another hit. Cifuentes, the 30-year-old who's averaging 8.3 points per game, here in the 2027 FIBA World Cup qualifiers. All the way back out. Santos shooting practice. Missed it. Right hand off the mark. And now Brazil is going to get out and run it. Bounce pass, left side, and one. So once Caboclo went to the free throw line, he became a steam engine going towards the cup. Santos doing a great job getting his teammates involved early. He already has 4 assists in this ball game. A timeout needed by Venezuela as they trail by 10 early here in the first quarter. Played through 6.5 minutes as we listen in.
Hacemos una falta estúpida ahora y nos meten un 2+1. Mucho más agresivo desde el principio. No nos quejemos. Vamos a hacer la siguiente acción sin quejarse. ¿De acuerdo? Hay un tiro en el aro y no va nadie al rebote ofensivo. No hemos ido ni una que agarró Elian. Nos ha dado un triple. Vamos a ir cada rebote y luego duro atrás. Ahora la primera, vamos a empezar a jugar situaciones de ok para estar agresivo pronto. ¿De acuerdo? Ok para estar agresivo pronto. No hay problema atrás. Sí, en la defensa. Hay que ponerse agresivo pronto. Ahora estamos en bonus. No regalemos ahora tiro libre. Venga, vamos duro. Vamos.
So Venezuela trailing by 10, able to get a 3 to fall there, just their second of the game, and it's those corner shots on the near side that have been benefiting the home team here in Cali, Colombia. Of course, playing here because of the tragedy that happened in Venezuela just a week ago. So now we have Caboclo from the line, and he converts on the three-point play. Helped Brazil win the 2025 FIBA America Cup in just the last year. Caboclo already our first player into double figures of the ball game, and we've only played through just about 6 minutes of game action. Underneath, gets a roll. Jefferson Guerra comes in off the bench and immediately provides a scoring spark for this squad. Looks like Caboclo might get hit with a personal foul there, and he did. Guerra makes it a 3-point play. Now he's been an awesome story for them, averaging 14.3 points per game. And for a guy that averages the highest points per game for this Venezuela squad, he comes off of the bench. And there is Yago Santos getting involved on the offensive side in the points column. His first made bucket of the game comes from where else but a 3. Brazil already 5 made 3-pointers in this ball game. They're also in the bonus for the final 3.5 minutes to play in the first. As there's a turnover. Santos looks right, slows it down, pulls it, drills it. Yago Santos, who in just his 1 game of play here in the qualifiers had 7 points. Really close to that here. Second turnover in as many possessions for Venezuela. Running on the other side, Zhao put it up, missed everything, going back the other way. This one inside, slicing in, and the kiss off for the finish by Enrique Medina, the 218-centimeter center. Venezuela already with 3 turnovers. Luckily, Brazil missed on the other side, and were not able to capitalize on the turnover. Brazil with 2 steals already in this ball game. Deodato a little bit hard off the backside of the rim. Mijares, easy one. Man, he knows how to maneuver his way down a lane so well. He's got 5 points as Venezuela trails by 10. Less than 2:20 to go in the first. Santos in some traffic. Near side, Lozada. Churio, the captain now, gives it back up top to Mijares to run the point. Inside, Guerra, right hand, and he flicked it in. Guerra immediately 5 points in just 2.5 minutes of play. So he came in and provided that scoring spark. Venezuela in transition. Mijares all the way inside, and unfortunately sent it to a ghost in the sideline. Not wearing a Venezuela jersey. It's going back the other way. Venezuela trailing by 8. Brazil now with the possession for the final minute 36 to start on the inbounds. Venezuela is qualified for 2 Olympic Games. Has appeared in 5 FIBA Basketball World Cups. Their best finish was 11th. And that one was back in 1990. So trying to keep their foot in the door here against Brazil. Far side, Medina. He's going to be a big player for them for years to come at just 22 years old, 218 centimeters, 7'1". As that one is off the mark. Medina on the floor. Looks like we have a foul on the floor. Yeah, what are you going to do to box that guy out? How do you even box out 218 centimeters? Looks like Leo Beith will be the one for Brazil in there now. Suarez the one to pick up the personal foul. You see Suarez, the power forward, was on Medina there. Inside, that shot off the mark. A spin cycle and a goaltend. So Venezuela catches a break there. And they now only trail by 6, going toe-to-toe with Brazil with under a minute to play in the first. Up top, Lozada to run the point. Gets the screen and roll by Suarez. Lozada with 4 seconds. Right side, Beith. Off on that one as it went through the hands of Medina. Luckily, he had a man right behind him. Gonzalez, the bounce pass into the left corner. Left side 3. And a foul way out beyond the arc by Leo Beith. Fernando Fuenmayer out there drawing the foul. And you see Beith did not give him enough landing space. Good call by the officials. Beith still a very young player in his own right as well at 22 years old. Playing for Brazil for his first time here in these qualifiers. But he plays in the United States and all Big West selection for UC San Diego. Fernando Fuenmayer makes his first free throw of the entire qualifiers. In his last appearance, had 2 rebounds and 2 assists in 11.5 minutes, but a plus 11 on the floor. So you don't even have to score points in order to have a great plus minus. It all matters how you set up your teammates. And an efficiency of 5 as well. Had a steal in that contest where they defeated Chile 72-68 on the road. I know it says game day number 5 at the bottom of your screen as Fuenmayer makes the pair. It's game day number 5 for Brazil. Venezuela actually is going to play 3 games in this window. They have back-to-backs tonight and tomorrow night, and then they'll play their final game of the qualifiers against Colombia of the first round on July 9th. The game tomorrow is against Chile, but they're playing all 3 of those here in Cali, Colombia. So Beath got fouled right back as he goes to the charity stripe. I mentioned that he was an honorable mention All Big West selection for UC San Diego in the United States after transferring from Lynn, where he earned first team All SSC honors. But he's a tournament MVP at the 2025 ESPN Events Invitational. Was there for that as well. Underneath the cup, a little bit mishandled by Venezuela there. They might want that possession back. That would be Venezuela's 5th turnover of this first quarter. So far, Brazil has 6 points off of those Venezuela turnovers. 2 seconds left to shoot it. Santos, did he let it go in time? No, he did not. First quarter comes to a close. Well, all things considered, against Brazil, who literally is coming off of a 2025 FIBA AmeriCup gold, Venezuela is hanging with them. Currently only trailing by 5 points through the first quarter. Lost by 10 the last time that these two teams played against each other. A game in which Brazil led for 39 minutes and 20 seconds and never trailed after the opening minutes. As we check out our stats so far in this ball game. And it was Brazil really raining threes at the beginning of that game. Let's listen in. And now we'll take a look at our best plays from that first quarter. And what did I just say? They were raining threes to start this one off. Iago Santos, the captain for this squad, with 6 points already. Deodato able to get on the board with a couple of threes himself. And then Caboclo, the big man at 208 centimeters, unstoppable. Another Deodato three. He had 2 of them in the first quarter. 6 points in 8 minutes and 25 seconds. But Venezuela didn't go anywhere. Able to get a couple of threes right back. They've made 2 of them so far in this ball game. And Santos, you don't want to give him any open space. He'll make you pay. He's got 6 points, but also 4 assists as well. Is it possible for someone to be on double-double watch in the first quarter? Well, maybe we just saw it. And then the nice drive into the lane by Edwin Mijares, who's got 5 points in the ball game, 2 rebounds and 2 assists. The do-it-all man for Venezuela in his 8 minutes and 25 seconds of play so far. So this Venezuela team has produced some of the country's best players, including Graves Vasquez. Carl Herrero is actually the first Venezuelan to play in the NBA. Oscar Torres, David Kubilan, Heisler Gilent, to name a few. Obviously Pedro Churio, he's 36 years old, but has represented Venezuela at 2 FIBA Basketball World Cups in 2019 and 2023. Hot potato on the ball as this one is left short from beyond the arc. 5-point game. And this one will stay on this side. So for Brazil, it'll be Leo Beath, Tim Suarez, Caio Pacheco, Reynan Santos, and Daniel Von Hayden. Underneath, slam down from the big boy. Leo Beath at 204 centimeters. Opening up the scoring for Brazil here. For Venezuela here, starting off this second quarter, it's Brian Gonzalez, Fernando Fuenmayer, Carlos Folda, Johnny Tovar, and Jose Mataran. Near side, ball goes to the right corner. This one inside, Fuenmayer flicks it up and in. Fuenmayer with 7 points in the ball game now. With just a minute into the second quarter. Floater off on that runner from the right side. Now here's Venezuela. Venezuela does like to play fast as well, so if they can get out in transition, that's where they can keep up with Brazil, is if they can control the pace of play in this one. Tovar spins in, and it was off to the right side. Rebound, Von Heiden. Von Heiden from the near side. Brazil with the lead of 5 as they'll slow things down. Pacheco up top, down the left lane, near side. Beats shooting practice. Doesn't get the bounce, doesn't get the second chance, but then third time's a charm for Tim Suarez. And a miscommunication there. Brian Gonzalez at just 180 centimeters says, hey, I'm not that tall. I am tall, just not that tall. Could have been tipped, though, as our officials get together to make the call. 8:05 here to go in the second quarter. So the call will be upheld. And it's Brazil basketball going right to left as you're seeing it on your screen. Brazil in the white jerseys and Venezuela in the home blues. Lefty finish. And Reynan Santos would not be denied on that runner. Santos playing for the Capitanes in Mexico. Another FIBA AmeriCup champion last year for Brazil. And possession remains in favor of Venezuela as we have some more of the crew check in. Mijares will come back in alongside Ascanio and Medina. Near side, Mataran. Both teams already with a couple of bench points. 8 for Brazil, 14 for Venezuela. Santos came to a stop there, had it knocked loose, but got it right back. Now inside, Suarez turns around, puts it up, backside of the rim. That could give them another opportunity if they got the rebound. They did not. And a foul going back the other direction. This one looks like it'll be on Caio Pacheco. His team's first of the second quarter. Carlos Folda, the one running in transition there, and easy call for the officials to get Pacheco there. That is just Pacheco's first foul of this ball game. Mijares back out there to run it. Now left side, Folda lobs it up. A little bit too strong for Medina. Ball's loose. Looks like it was touched last by Beath as he went out on the right side. In Brazil, a nice blend of guys in their early 20s, in their prime, and veterans. 3 players in their early 20s, 7 in their prime from 25 to 29, 2 veterans of 30+ years old. And now from the top, Venezuela taking their time. 5 seconds left to go on the shot clock. Mataran has to get this one away. Missed it all. And the rebound by Suarez, who is going to bring the ball up the floor. Not very traditional. You see a power forward bring the ball up the floor like that, but Coach Petrovic has confidence in everyone on this team. From the outside, here's Pacheco lining it up for 3. And the rim run there by Mijares. Boy, he turned it up to another gear. A speed boost of sorts on that last one. 4 minutes into the second quarter here. Brazil leads by 7. Now in the corner, 3, buries it. So Brazil, who shot so well from three-point distance in that first quarter, gets a three from Santos there. And the ball goes out last off of Venezuela. Santos with 5 points now in the ball game, his second made shot in just 6 minutes and 4 seconds. Here's Kyle Pacheco, the point guard, gives this one off. Pacheco calls for it. Caboclo back in there setting the screen. Now goes to the right corner. Extra pass. Right side. 4 seconds left to shoot it. It's Beath spinning. And he's obviously been hitting the gym. Threw that a little far. Other side now. Mijera has the Euro step. Couldn't lay it in. And outlast off of Brazil as they were standing in the out of bounds territory when the ball hit them. So a couple more substitutions here for Venezuela now. Mijares, Guerra, Ascanio, Cifuentes, and Medina in for Venezuela. It's Santos, Caboclo, Lozada, Beath, and Van Heiden for Brazil, and a foul underneath the cup immediately on the inbounds. They tried to get it in quickly to Cifuentes, getting him going towards the basket. He draws the foul. Van Heiden was the one who picked up his first personal foul. And now 2 to shoot here, as that one's off the mark by Cifuentes, who shoots free throws at 57.1% through his 3 games of the FIBA World Cup America's Qualifiers. Coming off a game where he had 10 points and 3 boards in 24 minutes as he misses both of them. Gets it back, and well, I guess if you miss both free throws, you're expected to make a 2-point shot right back, and he did. Venezuela trailing by 8. Played through half of the second quarter now. Santos, Van Heiden, right elbow is pure. That's his first made 2 of this ball game. That one's just a bit strong, and Beath grabs the board. Gives it to Santos. 10-point lead for Brazil. Back to Beath. Right side. 3. Just rims out. And how about that man with the behind-the-back pass? Now Beath lining it up. Shooting practice. Brazil out to a 13-point lead. Beath with 7 points makes his first 3 of the ball game. It's Guerra, entry pass. Now they're working. Foul. Ascanio, who plays for Olympico in Argentina, will now go to the line. Also a nice blend for this Venezuela roster as well. 4 players in their early 20s, 4 in their primes from 25 to 29, 4 players over 30. No teenagers on either of these squads so far. Haven't seen one yet. Venezuela 1-2 so far in the first round. Group C. 0-2 at home, but 1-0 away. They beat Chile on the road 72-68, a close one. Dropped their games against Colombia and Brazil. Their first games against Colombia and Brazil. And on the other side, Seleção Brasileira. They're 4-0, 3-0 at home, 1-0 on the road. They've beaten Chile twice and Venezuela and Colombia once. Outside, that one's off the front side of the basket. By the way, 3 team fouls on Brazil right now, none on Venezuela. They've played a clean second quarter. Second chance opportunity will fall for Jefferson Guerra, the 22-year-old. He's averaging 14.3 points per game so far here in the World Cup qualifiers. And he's someone that comes off the bench, even though he's averaging the most points per game on the team. Riddle us that. but Coach Segura knows better than we do on how to pick these lineups. Caboclo on the right side misses that one short. Mijares into no man's land, and it's going back the other way. Try to get it to Trudio there. He threw it up in the air to himself. Looked like it could have been maybe a double dribble or a travel even. But now we get our first timeout of the second quarter that has been breezing by right now. 2 minutes and 50 seconds left to go in the second. And if you scan that QR code at the bottom left-hand corner of your screen,
entrare in gioco con más de un pasaje, ¿ok? Mover la bola, que hizo una, mover bola, atacar uno lado, atacar y agredir desde aquí. Otra cosa es, guerra por posición, no estamos sin bolos. Con Hayden, guerra por posición y guerra por rebote. Guerra por rebote. En caso que 70 Medina está defendiendo a Didi, Didi sube a bloqueo directo, no sube Caboclo, y fue defendido de Ascanio. Pero hay que leer, hey, controlar, no sé, tengo un tiempo muerto, dai.
So obviously Brazil trying to key in on Ascanio there. And there you see Tim Suarez, the power forward at just 29 years old, and lots of personnel, lots of scouts in attendance at this one. A lot of players for this Brazil squad have either spent time with the NBA, went undrafted and got to play on a summer league roster, or trying to make a team. Leo Beath playing for UC San Diego right there. Played some quality minutes so far, 7 points in 7.5 minutes. Here's Iago Santos, the captain. Gets the give off. Right side, Lozada. Didn't have anywhere to go. Caboclo setting a screen. Santos give it back. Caboclo, floater. Didn't get the roll he wanted. Underneath, Medina, one dribble, spins, floater, it's true. The big 7'1", 218 centimeter, 22-year-old underneath. Had 4 points in his last contest. That one off the front side of the rim. Venezuela running in transition, and there they connect from distance. Mijares. Big number 2 coming alive in the second quarter. Timeout, Brazil. Mijares, the first player for Venezuela in double figures. He's got 10. Folda with a nice assist as we listen into the huddles here. Our second timeout of the second quarter.
Ahora no es, también es una cosa, Se puede penetrar, se puede sacar dos tiros libres, se puede hacer tanta cosa. Ahora estamos de un pase, estamos liberados, sí, pero no metemos más. Entramos en ritmo de ellos. ¿Cuándo estamos con los bonos? 3. Queixo, próximo queixo. Y vuelta atrás. Ellos cuando no metemos están vuelta atrás.
Take a look at that last play real quick, because like we were saying earlier, when Venezuela can get out in transition and push the pace of this game and dictate the pace at which Brazil is going to have to play, that's when they can find a lot of success here, as they cut the lead to just 4 for Brazil. Brazil led by as much as 14 at one point in time. And now almost a steal there as they bring the pressure on the defensive side. Venezuela playing with a little energy here in this second quarter. Deodato ran into his teammate Santos. Brazil a little discombobulated here. And we had a foul all the way out towards the half-court line. So Santos got it Mujeres all up in his business. But interestingly enough, that's just the first team foul for Venezuela here in the second quarter. Again, Santos falling into the backcourt. Now here he is up top. Caboclo sets him a screen. 4 seconds left. Caboclo inside. And it's another attempt at an and one opportunity for Caboclo. Where was the foul? Interesting. Looked like the swing down from Venezuela got Caboclo, but I guess they'll say he was in transition of catching it. There was contact on the floor there. But the swing down missed in the air. Now Brazil back up by 7 with a minute and a half to play here in the second quarter, and a foul away from the ball. Mijares, the man running the point for Venezuela, really has led them on this comeback here in the second quarter. As Pacheco picked up his second personal foul underneath. Medina backing up on Caboclo, who's standing his ground. Medina flips it over the cup. Santos, right side, almost lost it. Ball's loose, bodies hit the floor. Ball goes out of bounds, stays on this side. So with $1:03 to go here in the second quarter. Brazil gets the ball back. And it'll be Santos on the baseline to trigger it in. And you can see Coach Segura coaching up his young 22-year-old there, who's going to have a long and successful career for this Venezuela national team, a team that is trying to get back to the FIBA World Cup next year. And on the swipe through, Kyle Pacheco draws the foul on the far side. They'll get Carlos Fulda for the foul. That's just his first personal, but Venezuela went almost 7 minutes into this second quarter without even committing a foul. They've now committed 3 quick ones, but they are in the bonus for the final minute of this second quarter. They do have a foul to give as well. Santos taking his time. Outside, Santos. Inside, back out. Fuenmayer off on that one. Ball's loose. Caboclo battling for it, and he brought it down. And then a foul on the far side. Again, Venezuela did have one more to give with 29.7 seconds left. So a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And that was an easy one. And you see the sportsmanship of Churio saying, yep, obviously might have gotten you there. Captain against captain for their respective teams. One helping the other up. Like we've been saying, sports brings people together. Santos gives it up top. Now here's Pacheco engineering the offense. 20 seconds left to go in the second quarter. Santos going right. Ball goes to the corner. A pump fake. A 3. No good. Less than 10 seconds left to go. Shot clock is off. Fuenmayer for 3. Backside of the rim. One final opportunity. And that'll do it for the first half. Venezuela in this ball game with Brazil right now. They trail by 7 points at the half. And for a team that turned the ball over 8 times to be only trailing by 7, you count that as a win, especially when Brazil has done such a great job of taking care of the ball. They've only turned the ball over once as we take a look at the shooting numbers here. Well, Brazil started off hot from beyond the arc. They've cooled off a little bit, obviously, now at 38%. Venezuela has hit 55% of their shots inside right now, and they're out-rebounding Brazil. And this is something we saw the last time that these two teams played each other. As you see our scoring leaders here, both teams have a player in double figures. Venezuela was able to beat Brazil in the rebounding battle the last time they played, 41-36. As they lost that one 94-84 at the end. And Brazil, obviously, that's when it just came down to talent. But here in the second quarter, a lot of talent on the floor for Venezuela, but Brazil, it's been their ball movement that has been so successful so far. 10 assists in this first half for Brazil. But how about Fuenmayer inside, making his presence felt? Not afraid to go in there and bang with the big fellas. Fuenmayer, 26 years old, 201 centimeters. And how about that? Moving mountains is what it felt like for Brazil on that one. And Mijares, who was spectacular there in the first half. The only player for Venezuela in double figures, 10 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists in just 16 and a half minutes of play. He was their catalyst when they went on their run to bring the lead within 3. And the outside shooting, not saying that it completely cooled off. They were still hitting their threes. And this was funny. 2 missed free throws, but Cifuentes makes up for it by getting his own rebound and the putback. And Guerra, moving men, giving himself his own second chance opportunity. The guy that averages most points per game for this team, coming off the bench, has always told Coach Segura, it doesn't matter how many points he plays, he just wants to be in there when it matters and will do whatever he can to help his team. And how about the young man, Medina? At 22 years old, 218 centimeters, still growing into his body. He'll have a lot of time to grow with this Venezuela national team. Our score at the half, 46-39. Brazil on top of Venezuela in Cali, Colombia. We'll step aside for the half and come back with our top players again and the second half of action.
Alexander, little hezzy, steps back, short corner to the other side as he falls out of bounds. He gets it to go. Living up to the hype early here.
Baseline drive, oh nice play, and the finish! And Joaquin Rodriguez loves that play, and so does everybody, pretty much everybody here.
There's a lob and another thunderous alley-oop. Lindo, what a start to the game for him.
Time Bahamas defense just killing the players now. Here we go again, and one more time. Are you kidding me? Third pick in the first round of the NBA draft, and it is indeed the 76er himself, VJ Edgecombe. His head coach not giving up at the moment. Coach Richard Turner, another alley-oop, and one more time, KJ, straight off the bench in fresh bunnies.
Guarded by James, Feliz around James, Feliz inside, bingo! Joel Soriano. United States up by 2. Near side, into the corner. Craig for the lead. An incredible shot hit there by Torrey Craig in the corner, giving the United States a 1-point lead.
Penetrate, kick, Campazzo, extra pass. Nice crossover and always moving without the ball, Brasino. Good defense from Roque, getting right in the passing lane. Angola! Oh my goodness, he has just taken off and crushed a right-hand dunk, and he loves it. Can they get a good look? Can they space the floor? Herrera to win it. He's made the shot. This is unreal. Chile just doing amazing things here down the stretch. They were gone. It looked as though their World Cup dreams were in tatters.
How many times are we going to see this? Baseline, are you kidding me?
Papa Nicolau says, give it to me.
I'll go attacks the closeout, feed Bruno inside.
Fills it up. It's all right.
Welcome back to Cali, Colombia, as we get set for our second half between Venezuela and Brazil. It is currently a 7-point game. Here at the half, Brazil leads the home team 46-39 as we check out our top scorer from Brazil. And who else but Caboclo? This man has 13 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist in just under 14 minutes of play. You think that's efficient? He's been fantastic so far everywhere on the floor that they've needed him to be. And him and Iago Santos have such a great connection together. They've obviously played the last couple of years together. Caboclo showing why he was the MVP of the 2024 FIBA Olympic qualifying tournament, an MVP in the 2022 Basketball Champions League Americas, 2025 FIBA AmeriCup winner, and an All-Star 5 selection as well at that. And the top scorer for Venezuela, and he's the one that led them on their scoring charge. Edwin Mijares went 4 for 6 from the field in that first half in 16.5 minutes, has 10 points, 12 efficiency, good for the best on the team. He's also got 4 rebounds and 2 assists to go along with all that. Has not been to the free throw line yet because he's just too crafty, been getting around guys where they can't even make contact with him. I mean, look at some of these slices. A lot of the time, a bigger body, you take a lot of contact there, but he's able to use that inside game to fuel his outside game, and a sharpshooter with the best of them. Came into this game tonight, their game day number 4 for the FIBA World Cup qualifiers, came in shooting 63.6% from 3. And so far he's 2 for 3 from beyond the arc. So if you're going to believe numbers, that tracks. And again, the last time that these two teams played each other, it was a 94-84 victory for Brazil over Venezuela. We will say the Brazilians did move the ball brilliantly in that one. A 27-17 assist advantage. Here leading the assist advantage 10-6. But Venezuela has been giving themselves opportunities. 24 rebounds for Venezuela compared to just 15 for Brazil. And they've also gotten 8-0 boards, Venezuela. Check out our game leaders there for Brazil, who's currently in the lead at the bottom. Caboclo with 13 points. Suarez with 3 assists. Suarez with 3 rebounds, and Iago Santos, the captain, with 6 assists. And he's been on double-double watch pretty much since that first quarter. Now, where can Venezuela be better in this second half? Well, they can turn over the ball less, because Brazil's not going to give you very many opportunities themselves. Brazil has only turned the ball over 1 time. Venezuela has turned the ball over 8 times already in this ball game, and Brazil has 8 points off of those 8 turnovers, so scoring essentially 1 point per turnover. Venezuela trailing by 7, so you do the math. The biggest lead for Brazil in the ball game was at 1.14. Venezuela brought it within 3. They have not led at all in the game yet. But Venezuela, a lot of the guys that Curo Segura, the head coach for Venezuela in his second year, brings in do contribute. They've got 18 bench points so far in this one, as we check out the game leaders again for Brazil in this one. Caboclo, Santos, and Suarez leading in the 3 major categories as our halftime break winds down. And the key for Brazil going into the second half is just maintain. Keep sharing the ball. You've already got 10 assists so far in the ball game. And hey, if you can continue to hit those threes like you came out shooting back in that first quarter. Now they're shooting 38%, but still 8 for 21 from long distance. So they're attempting a lot of those threes, especially when Caboclo isn't in the ball game. And even when he's in, he gives you an opportunity to spread the floor a little bit more, as he'll run up and set picks from the top. So there you see Mijares with his squad, extending his knowledge as much as he can. One thing you want to hope to see is for Venezuela that their team captain, Pedro Churio, can come in and start scoring for them. He's represented Venezuela at 2 FIBA Basketball World Cups in 2019 and 2023. But still has yet to score in this ball game. Has 1 rebound and 1 personal foul. So our teams huddle up to get set for this second half of play. And currently in the power rankings, Brazil ranked number 2. They dropped 1 spot in the Americas power rankings. As we listen into the huddle.
Aquí diferentes situaciones con Zancu, con Funda, diferentes cosas aquí. Usar el toque entre pequeños, si queréis. Usar el pase mano a mano. Usar el pase y todo vendrá.
Y va, en caso de seguidor, continua bola dentro, ok? En caso que no es, recibes la bola y vueltas y jogamos. Pero
não, você só volta a bola e aí continua.
Aumenta o contato e rebote, vamos, todo mundo. Nosso primeiro ataque é mentalizar para uma guerra 20 minutos. Não vai ser fácil, mas estamos mais fortes que ela.
Defesa, caralho, defesa, porra.
1, 2, 3.
Gui, faz ele ir por cima. Tá bom, tá bom.
Scan that QR code in the bottom left-hand corner of your screen to download the World Cup Qualifiers app. You can see scores, highlights, and replays. World Cup Qualifiers app. Scan that QR code. Venezuela currently number 12 in the power rankings. Didn't change from the last window. Obviously, had the rescheduled game against Colombia on June 30th. Playing now here in Cali, Colombia. They will play that one on July 9th. Again, this Venezuela squad has scored 72+ points in 3 games straight and shot 40% from the field in their last 3 games. Currently at 44% as we start the second half of play, and they came out trapping immediately on the defensive side. Now they throw it to the near corner. 3. Hey, just how we started it off in the first half. Deodato rips the triple. Brazil back up by 10. Deodato, all of his points coming from beyond the arc. He's got 9 in the ball game. Drive in, foul, looks like it'll be on the floor. Caboclo got in the tangle up there. Foul came before the shot, so here's Mijares setting the offense up near side. Guerra off to the left. Another opportunity. 9th board for this team. Corner shot. Both of these teams love attempting their corner threes. But, you know, it is apparently, based on analytics, the second best shot you can get in basketball with a live ball, right? The analytics say in basketball, and this is worldwide, free throw, but that goes without saying that's not a live ball. On a live ball, a layup is the best shot you can get, and if you can't get a layup, a corner 3 analytically is the second best shot you can get. So obviously both of these teams electing to do mainly that. Haven't seen too many middies attempted. We've seen a couple of floaters within about 7 feet of the rim. Or should I say 2 to 3 meters. That one will go off of iron. Caboclo gets the bounce off the glass and then off the rim to go in. Brazil extending their lead to 12. He's got 15 points in this ball game. Mijares, the crafty dribble on the outside, trying to shake his man, goes right, spins back, fader, left it short. In a fight for the rebound, that's the 10th offensive rebound for Venezuela. Underneath, and you can see why offensive rebounds are so important in the game of basketball. Easy opportunity there and a mismatch as Guerra now has 9 points in the ball game. Foul. And no, he actually just lost it. He wanted a push there, but he just lost the basketball on the floor. Looks like it's a turnover. So Venezuela trailing by 10. A little over 8 minutes to play here in the third quarter. One thing we love about Guerra's game too is his stop and go action. He changes speed so well. Float up with the right hand off the mark, 11th board, and the finish again. Centeno with the 2-point shot there. And 12 second chance points from the outside. Venezuela, those 12 second chance points on 11 offensive rebounds. Guerra to the right, tries to go down the lane and create some room. Fouled on the floor. This one's gonna go against Iago Santos. Will be his first personal of the ball game. Guerra immediately going in and seeking that contact out with Santos. And Santos reached in there. And they will say it was in continuation to the shot. So 2 shots for Guerra here. He scored in double figures in all 3 games that he's played in so far. And now with these 2 free throws, he scored in double figures in all 4 games that he's played in for the World Cup qualifiers. 16 points in their last game in their win over Chile, 72-68 on the road. Guerra so far with 11 in this one. Deodato opened up our scoring in the second half. Now left side, dribble penetration, left elbow, Jay. And a second chance opportunity now for Brazil on the other side. Taking a page out of the Venezuela book. Santos off balance underneath. Zhao outside. Lozada Easy. Mijares back out. Dribble penetration, that one off the mark, and clearly an over the back as Zhao took a tumble over a blue jersey. And Zhao went right over the top of Centeno. Glad everyone's okay, though. Could have been a scary and dangerous play, but everyone seems to be all right. But Brazil now with 3 team fouls with 6:36 to go in the third. Mijares near side, buckets! How about that for a catch and shoot? And right when you need him, Chordio, the captain, we were talking about him a moment ago, that's his first field goal of this ball game. Santos had that one stripped away. Guerra got a hand in the cookie jar. On the other side, again, Chordio. Second chance opportunity again. A pump fake from the outside. Bounce pass down low. Centeno. Not much to work with there. Santos pushing in transition. It goes to the left side. Lozada. That one's pure. Brazil with a 9-point lead here in the third quarter. Folda gives it in. Centeno knocked away by Zhao. Underneath. And we have a fight. A lefty hook was thrown. And the officials doing a great job getting in there immediately to separate Caboclo and Folda looks like he took exception to Caboclo there as Caboclo threw it off of Folda. Clipped him with that left hand there at the end. Immediately went right after him, went for the jugular. Caboclo slapping down just to get him away. I'm sure our officials are probably going to go to the monitor to discuss what happened there. Of course, Caboclo was the one to throw it off of Folda, but then Folda immediately escalated things as he went in on Caboclo. .5:21 to go here in the third quarter. Pivotal call coming up. Brazil has led by as much as 14 in this ball game. Currently, they're only up by 9. Pivotal call incoming. That would impact both sides. Our officials taking a nice long chat at it. Looks like they're probably going to go to the monitor for an official review here. Looks like it was pretty easy to sort out without a monitor, actually. Looks like we had 2 technicals, and those are probably going to offset. Quite a few calls here to sort out. Great job by our officiating crew of Vasquez, Ocasio, Batista, Palermo, and Diaz Blancourt. Getting this one, and obviously Venezuela a little unhappy as they talk to the officials. And so you see Caboclo here pushed by Folda, threw the ball off of Folda's body, and then Folda immediately goes in and tries to get him with the left arm. Caboclo swipes down, and our officiating crew separates them immediately. So now for the final 5:21, Venezuela is going to be in the bonus looks like we had a technical foul assessed to Segura, the Venezuela head coach, as well. So the player technicals offset. So Folda gets called for a technical. Caboclo got called for a technical. Folda got called for a personal foul as well. So he picked up 2 personals there, essentially. So now he's got 3 personal fouls in the game. Slicing and dicing is Santos for 2. He's got 12. Iago Santos, the MVP and All-Star 5 selection at the 2025 FIBA America. Led Brazil to the title after averaging 17.8 points per game and just over 6 assists per game. That's back-to-back AmeriCups now, where he's also been named to the All-Star 5. He did it as well in 2022. Halfway through the third quarter here, outside, Guerra. Zhao from up top. Deodato gives it up to Santos. He's got 8 seconds to get something going here on offense. Foul! Count them, 1, 2, and a potential 3 for Tim Suarez. Suarez now with 4 points in the ball game, a chance at 5. Guerra, the one to draw the foul. And we have a timeout here on the floor taken by Venezuela. They're now back to trailing by 14. Their biggest deficit. We'll listen in.
Un pick and roll, que meten una bandeja. ¿Dónde está Enrique? Delante tuya mete ya una bandeja, estando tú aquí delante, una bandeja, y la segunda nos ponemos blandito y un 2+1. Un 2+1. Si vamos a hacer una ayuda, vamos a hacer una ayuda fuerte. Que no la puedan subir. No la puedan subir. Vale, ¿no? Recibe dentro, dale. Pum, 2+1. Ponga el cuerpo. Saca una falta de ataque, anticípate. Y nosotros echamos en ataque, venga, movernos aquí en la línea de 3, Duro, Lalo. Atacar duro. Están en bonus, hemos ido a tiro libre.
Still some fans in attendance supporting both sides. Venezuela, of course, our thoughts and prayers go out to the family of the players, the friends, and the entire country from FIBA. And we're wishing them all a speedy recovery and sending our deepest condolences for those lost in tragic earthquakes that happened last week. And we're just glad that they're here and able to play basketball. This is the amazing thing about sports. It's the great uniter. Tim Suarez, who plays for the Capitanes de Arecibo in Puerto Rico at 29 years old, makes it a 3-point play. Both teams in the bonus for the final 4.5 minutes here in the third quarter. Suarez now with 5 points in this ball game. Guerra near side. Cifuentes sticks it. Cifuentes with 10 points in this ball game. Inside, offensive foul. Fuenmayor put his body on the line. See, Fuenmayor still outside the restricted area. Got his feet set. That's just the second foul for Suarez in this ball game. Right side, floater, money. Jefferson Guerra with 13 points now in this ball game. And we have a foul on the far side, which is going to lead to 2 shots, as both teams are in the bonus. So any foul here means someone's going to the line to shoot 2. And yeah, you can see Medina. Not the hardest call that a ref has ever had to make. So Medina gets called for his first personal. Brazil in the bonus, and now they'll go to the line. Tim Suarez helped Brazil reach the 2024 Paris Olympics. This is his first free throw. He also averaged 9 points per game at the 2023 FIBA Basketball World Cup. But he's won back-to-back NBL championships with the Sydney Kings in Australia. Began his pro career in Turkey and Israel. Playing for his first time here in the 2027 FIBA World Cup America's Qualifiers. Brazil back up to an 11-point lead. From the outside, Guerra wants to dance. Goes to the right. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. They're going to have to get this one away. Cross-court pass. They're going to have to huck this one up. Gonzalez missed everything. Shot clock violation. Great defense by Brazil. Ten turnovers so far in this ball game for Venezuela, 4 for Brazil. From the near side, Lozada, the entry pass to Zhao. Zhao, we had contact as the whistle blows. So you see Fuenmayer took a shot to the chin there from Zhao. His first free throw is off the mark. He was a 2025 FIBA America Cup champion with Brazil. Averaged 16.2 points per game and 8.4 rebounds per game as Flamengo in Brazil reached the 2024 Basketball Champions League Americas final. That was following another runner-up finish in 2023 before moving to Colossus in Greece. Still going this way. It's a 12-point game right now. Gonzalez to set things in motion. And again, we had some harm. And you can see Renan Santos pleading his case as Cifuentes went inside there. 2 shots now coming for Johanner Cifuentes, who plays for Unifacisa in Brazil. So quite familiar with a lot of these guys on the Brazilian national team. Cifuentes now with 6 or more points in 4 straight games. Currently at 10, make it 11 with the free throw made. Split the last free throws that he took. He represented Brazil at the 2023 FIBA Basketball World Cup and 2022 and 2025 FIBA America, averaging 10.8 points per game across those. But he's played all over the place. Brazil, Venezuela, Colombia. Brings his team to a 10-point deficit. 2:30 to go, turnover there, and a bullet up in front, and the finish by Cifuentes. How about that baseball throw? You think he played that in a past life. Nice throw there. Tovar to Cifuentes. With a foul on this side, as Pacheco has an opportunity to bring this lead for Brazil back up to 10. An almost 86% free throw shooter. Just Pacheco's first point of the game there. Another AmeriCup champion with Brazil. We had a lane violation by Venezuela. So Pacheco, luckily, even though he missed it, gets another opportunity from the line. Had 17 points in Brazil's last game against Colombia, 101-72, and in fact missed both of his second free throws, even though he got the extra attempt. Cifuentes fouled by Renan back on the other side. And now a couple more shots coming. So Cifuentes, a veteran point guard now at 30 years old, averaging 8.3 points per game here through his first 3 games of the qualifiers. Makes a couple of free throws there, brings the lead of Brazil down to just 7, and he's the leading scorer for Venezuela with 16 points. From the far side, catch and shoot 3, buckets! Brazil back up by 10. Near side, Cifuentes. Rolling right, met by a brick wall. Going left, another brick wall. Now has to go down the middle. Kicks it out left. Tovar. Midi. That's one of our first middies that we've seen in this game. Suarez couldn't get that one to fall, though. So our third quarter winding down here. Venezuela still going toe-to-toe with the mighty Brazil. Tovar will work this one all the way out. A deep one. He took that one from almost 40 feet. Almost a logo shot there. Now he'll have to play defense well out beyond the arc on Lozada. Brazil slowing it down. Near side, Suarez. Two for one opportunity here for Venezuela as they can slow it down. Not too much though. Cifuentes, screen and roll with Medina, had nowhere to go. Back outside. Here's a 3. Jackpot! It's Brian Gonzalez with his first made bucket of the game. It couldn't have come in a more perfect time. They took a little too much off the shot clock though there. So now Brazil can hold for the final shot of this third. They lead by 7. Bounce pass to the corner. And Venezuela will go into the fourth with a little momentum. They've trailed by as much as 15. Their deficit right now is at 7. Close one here in Cali, Colombia. So Coach Segura gonna have to draw something up for the squad. Petrovic, his 3rd year for Brazil. Obviously knows what it takes to get this team rolling. Listen.
Ei, aqui firme defensivamente.
Só fazer space no ataque. Eles estão pressionando, a gente tá todo mundo subindo a linha. Coloca os 2 corners, 2,45 e só passa a bola. A gente vai estar
Asegurar la bola, por favor. Después seguirá por el rebote. Ok? Volta firme.
Let's check out our best plays from that third quarter. And even though Venezuela was unable to stop the three ball from coming down for Brazil like it did in the first quarter, they were able to fight back, but Brazil just doing a great job attacking the glass, hitting shots from the outside when they need them. Currently shooting 43% from beyond the arc. Brazil has been lighting it up. Some of these shots have been just shooting practice for them. Guys left wide open. They've converted 12 of their 28 three-point attempts. How about Iago Santos also with the group? But then on the other side, Cifuentes got going there in the third quarter. He's now got 16 points in this ball game. And that's good for the most out of either team in the points category. Now, Venezuela, the one thing they have been doing really well in this game, and that's been giving themselves second chance opportunities. They have 13 offensive rebounds out of their 33 rebounds. Brazil only has 21 rebounds in the entire game. So Venezuela out-rebounding Brazil right now by 12. Mijares back in there, gives it off to Churio. From the inside, it's Tovar into traffic, all the way out. Silk! Churio, the captain, brings this one within 4. From the near side, as that one goes over the backboard, Venezuela, they went into this fourth quarter with some momentum, came out, hit the first 3 of the fourth quarter. Something we saw Brazil do in the first and third quarter. And now Mijares will have this one go back the other way. We did have a foul by Brazil. They pick up their first team foul quickly. Caboclo was the one to pick that one up, but he gets a rebound and gives it back to Santos. Santos slowing it down, playing with some pace here. Santos, left side. And someone reached in on him. Was a foul from the near side. Pacheco initiates the play. Santos, outside, sinks it. Iago Santos, showing why he's always worth an All-Star 5 selection. The MVP of this Brazil national team. Foul on this side of the floor now. So Santos, his shot will be ruled a 2-point jumper, had a foot on the line. 14 points in the ball game, 2 rebounds, 9 assists. 1 assist away from a double-double. Mijares. Mijares down the right side, knocked away by Brazil. 5 seconds to go on the shot clock. Good call by the official there. And that 2-point shot will fall. Cifuentes goes off the glass, and he's now got 18 points in the ball game. Whistle blows the play dead. Mijares gets the assist, his 4th of the game. Cifuentes, 18 points in just about 14 minutes of play. Brazil goes inside and got clobbered for a chance at the and one. Pacheco going straight to the line, and easy call by the officials there. Cifuentes giving Pacheco a bear hug. That's Cifuentes' third foul of the game, so in a little bit of foul trouble himself. He's going to have to check out. Guerra will come back in. And Pacheco gets 3 there on that last play. Brazil back up by 7. So Brazil always builds out a lead. Venezuela goes on a little run to cut it. Then Brazil goes back on a little bit of a scoring run. Then Venezuela cuts it. Brazil's biggest scoring run of the game has been 9 points. Venezuela 11 points in a row at one point in this ball game. 2 team fouls apiece. We have about 8 minutes and a couple extra seconds left of regulation. Here's Mijares from the far side for Venezuela, a team that finished 9th at the 2025 FIBA America Cup after going 1-2 in the group stage. Currently 1-2 in the first round of Group C right now for the FIBA World Cup qualifiers. This one in, deflected out. That was a lucky one. Tovar towing the line. Looks like he was forced out of bounds. Shot clock will reset now to 14 as Brazil picks up their 3rd team foul. Mijares getting it all the way outside. They'll give it right back to him. And now he'll be at the controls. Right side, Chorrillo stays on this side. .734 to go in the 4th quarter. For Venezuela, it's Mijares, Guerra, Chorrillo, Centeno, and Fuenmayor. Inside, missed shot, and Guerra will be on cleanup crew for himself. For Brazil, Deodato, Santos, Caboclo, Beath, and Pacheco in there for the team that's up by 5. Nice rim run there by Pacheco. Mijares, teardrop, a little too hard. That's a turnover. Can they make him pay? Guerra, they give it right back to him. Wasn't ready for it. Fuenmayor driving with the reverse. Didn't get it. It's still alive. Wow, nice job. Venezuela, very unconventional looking, but it still works. That one goes off to the right. Chorrillo didn't get a good look at it. Santos from downtown, cash! Right when you need him to, he appears. 17 points for the 27-year-old. Alley-oop attempt there, stolen by Santos. Open room. And Pacheco with an easy put-in. Santos administering everything. Gets the assist there. He now has himself a double-double. Venezuela needs a timeout. They trail again by 12. So the tough part for Venezuela in this ball game is that Brazil is in fact shooting the lights out. 51% from the field. They're shooting 60% on their 2-point shots. They're 15 for 25. And they're shooting 43% from their 3-point shots. They're 13 for 30. Take a look at some of the alternate stats here. 4 steals for Venezuela, 3 for Brazil. But those fast break points, Brazil has been able to dictate the pace of what they want to play at. They have 3 more fast break points in this one. Even though Brazil's getting out-rebounded by 12 rebounds. Venezuela has 16 boards, 37 rebounds in total. Brazil has 25 rebounds in total. So similar to what we saw last game between these two sides, where Brazil came out on top 94-84. Brazil's already qualified, obviously. Venezuela would qualify to the second round if they beat Brazil and Colombia beat Chile. Iago Santos, how about this? Doesn't care how far he is. The bank is open on a Saturday night. Mijares on the near side with under 6 to play. Outside, Guerra. A reload, clean! Cifuentes back in there. 21 points for the 30-year-old. Now outside. How about that? Big men shoot threes in FIBA. Caboclo connects. Brazil back up by 12. Inside, nice step through by Guerra. 17 points. Guerra averaging 14.3 points per game, so blowing that out right now. Halfway through the fourth quarter. Inside, Caboclo. Fuenmayor. Hacked him there, and now a foul. We'll put Caboclo at the line. Currently, he's got 18 points. The leader for Brazil in this ball game. Santos not far behind him, though. One less point. Caboclo, just almost 24 minutes. Now is 19 points with that free throw, 3 rebounds. Caboclo drafted 20th overall by the Toronto Raptors in the NBA. Has experience with them, the Kings, Grizzlies, and the Houston Rockets. Currently playing in the Middle East for the Dubai Basketball Club in the United Arab Emirates. Guerra gets it up top to Cifuentes. Underneath. That one was just strong off of the glass. Santos all day. Deodato, cha-ching! It's a 3-point showcase for Brazil. And contact on the far side. So now Venezuela trailing by 15. This is their biggest deficit of this ball game. Cifuentes choosing to go right down the hill into Deodato. Venezuela, one of South America's most consistent international programs, regularly competing in the Olympics, FIBA World Cup, and AmeriCup. Trying to make their 6th appearance in the FIBA Basketball World Cup. So Cifuentes splits the free throws, and you know, you can hear any broadcaster always talk about how late game free throws come down to bite you. And an offensive foul. That might give Venezuela some momentum that they might need. But of course, you know, in FIBA with these qualifying tournaments, it's not just about who wins and loses games, it's about point differential as well. And when it really comes down to it, you need to score as many points as you possibly can against every team that you play, because if it comes down to a tiebreak, you need to have point differential in your favor. Mijares to the right, underneath, and again Fulda will draw some contact. So Cifuentes with the give off underneath, and Fulda bounced off of 2 pinball machines down there. Timeout taken by Brazil, who's up by 14. Now keep in mind, Venezuela is in the bonus for the final 3.5 minutes of this ball game, so look for them to get inside and be aggressive with guys under the hoop. And you can see Coach Petrovic there. A great player in his own right, played point guard, shooting guard from 1974 to 91, starring with Cibona, a 2-time EuroLeague champion, an Olympic bronze medalist with Yugoslavia. Also adding 2 FIBA World Cup bronze medals and a Eurobasket bronze. And he's been coaching since 1991. Longer than quite a few of those players have been alive. He guided Croatia to a Eurobasket bronze in 1995. He won Euro Cup Coach of the Year in 2011, and he led Brazil to the 2025 FIBA AmeriCup title after returning as head coach in 2024. It's a 14-point lead for his team, Brazil, who's trying to go 5-0 in the first round, a top 10 team in the entire world. Currently own the number 10 world ranking, Venezuela at number 29. Trying to get that to go up here. And it starts with these free throws, these late game free throws that are so critical. Carlos Fulda puts that first one in. In his only game so far of the America's qualifiers for the FIBA World Cup, he had 3 points and 2 assists. Made one of his 2 threes in that ball game. So now Fulda with his first 2 points in this ball game cuts the deficit to 12. Santos near side, Deodato nails it. He's on fire from distance. $15 points, 5 of 7 from beyond the arc. Churrio spins back outside. They got 8 seconds to work with from up top. Here's Cifuentes outside. Churrio. .247 to go here in the fourth quarter. It's been all Brazil. Santos really wanted that one. And Caboclo fouled underneath the cup. Venezuela. With that foul now has 4 team fouls here in the fourth quarter. So from here on out, any foul by Venezuela, Brazil will go to the line. Starting to feel like with these last 2.5 minutes, it seems like the lead might be a little too much for Venezuela to come back from. As Caboclo finds nothing but the net there on his first free throw. He's got 21 points now in this ball game. In his first game of these World Cup qualifiers, makes the pair. 22 points for the 30-year-old. Churrio finding his way, floater, left it short, rebound by Brazil. And also, you know, every time that Venezuela started to go on their run, it was either Caboclo or Santos who threw a dagger in their plans. Feels like one more shot would ice it here. Santos with confidence. Bingo! Iago Santos, all smiles as he hit that one from the parking lot. A 20-point lead for Brazil. And a turnover by Venezuela on the other side. Well, Venezuela in this second half has managed to actually keep their turnovers a little bit lower. Less than 3 turnovers in this second half. But still feels like too little too late now with 1:46 to go. It's Pacheco up top running the point with 1:35 to go. Gets a screen. Over to the near side, 5 seconds to shoot it. Deodato, Pacheco. And the bank is open on a Saturday night in Colombia. Brazil breaks 100. Pacheco with 11 points. Now underneath, bank shot is good by Centeno. 1:10 to go in the fourth quarter. Brazil, an absolute masterclass here in the fourth quarter. They give this one inside and a kiss by Folda. Brazil so far has outscored Venezuela in this fourth quarter 31-17. The only quarter that they put up over 30 points. Under 1 minute to play in regulation. Pass to the open man in the corner. He steps in. And the emphasis on this game, Leo Beath, who plays for UC San Diego in the United States. Now corner, swish. Nice shot there by Johnny Tovar. And remember, every point matters. Point differential is huge here in these qualifiers for FIBA. Any qualifiers at that. Almost a trap coming in from outside and a foul assessed to Venezuela. That means more free throws coming. Brazil is going to go on to play Colombia. Luckily, they already are in Colombia, so they'll stay put here in this country. They'll play in 3 days on July 7th against the home country's team, Colombia. And for Venezuela, they have a back-to-back. They're going to play Chile, who they've already beaten so far in the qualifiers. The last time they played them, beat them 72-68. And then they will play 2 days after that on July 9th as well against Colombia. So this game just got out of reach for Venezuela as Brazil had 2 players score in double figures in Caboclo and Santos from the right side. The finish coming in for Venezuela. Another +2 on the scoreboard for them. Wide open, Deodato on the near side if they could get it to him. A stolen ball away. Guerra in the open court by himself. Right-handed anvil. And with 1.9 seconds left, Brazil will dribble this one out, and they come away with a huge victory here in Cali. How about that? Iago Santos finishing with 20 points. Caboclo with 22. Santos also had 13 assists. He's everything you could want from a point guard and so much more. 103-88, our final score. Brazil wins this one by 15. Led by as much as 23 at one point in time in this ball game. They put up 34 points in that fourth quarter. That was their highest scoring quarter of this ball game. Interestingly enough, Venezuela also had their biggest scoring quarter in the fourth quarter. They put up 26 in that one, but you're not going to win when Brazil shoots like that. 62% from two-point range, 16 for 26, 49% from beyond the arc. They did get out rebounded, but they shared the rock so well in this one. Had 23 assists. Two of the best players in the Americas scored in the 20-point category. And when they do that, they are a well-oiled machine and are going to be tough to stop. Many say they are the favorite in the Americas right now, a member of FIBA since 1935. Brazil is one of the world's longest and richest international basketball traditions. And you can see Kata is there with family and friends as we check out our best plays from that fourth quarter. And Churdio might have given Venezuela a little bit of hope. They came into the quarter with a lot of momentum, and they came out hitting the first three of the quarter. But then it was the Iago Santos show. He turned it up when his team needed him. And of course, always playing with someone on his hip. Doesn't matter. He can connect with anyone. Cifuentes, though, ends up finishing with 22 points in just a little over 18 minutes of play for Venezuela. An impressive showing for Cifuentes, the 30-year-old, but Iago Santos choosing to hit shots from Narnia. And it was also him setting up his teammates. 13 assists, and Caboclo from the outside saying, you know what, I know I'm a center, but I can still hit threes as well. His first three of the ball game came in the fourth quarter. Deodato, a sharpshooter from the outside, presented them with such a scoring frenzy. He went 5 for 7 from beyond the arc in this ball game. He's absolute money from the outside. He averaged 7.5 points per game coming into this one, ended up with 15, courtesy of those threes. Also had 3 rebounds in his 26 minutes of play. And then at the end, the punctuation mark on this victory. Beath, and then Guerra giving us a little flash at the end there in the fourth quarter. So Brazil, who already qualified, wins this one. They now have 10 points in the group. See the final scores there at the bottom of your screen. Brazil will play Colombia next. So a 1-2 here in Group C. Venezuela will play Chile and Colombia. So Venezuela will play 2 and 3, a chance to get a couple more points in this group. Still very reasonable for them to qualify for the second round. They just got to get a couple of more wins to close out this window. They got 2 more games to do it. Venezuela now 1 and 3 in Group C. Brazil a perfect 5 and 0. A beautiful night here for some basketball, and of course we want to send our condolences and send lots of love to the people of Venezuela right now as they recover from the earthquakes there. But this was a beautiful night, and the beautiful part about basketball is that it brings people, fans, countries together, and that's why we love being here. A great night of hoops by FIBA, but we do have to get going. For all the hardworking people that bring these broadcasts to your screen, we say so long from Cali, Colombia, where Brazil wins 103-88 over Venezuela. To watch this entire game on replay, as well as other games around Group C, download the DAZN app and click on Courtside 1891. So long from Colombia, and thanks so much for spending your night with us.
Bora! Boa, Gagu! Não, mano. Não botou no juiz.
Felicitaciones.
Felicitaciones.
Não é comigo não. Vai, Doc, dá um salve. Dá um salve.
Aqui é Corinthians, cara.
Ahora, televisión puede salir fuera, gracias. Yo tengo que hablar. Por favor, gracias a la colaboración y nos vemos en 2 días. Gracias.
Muchas gracias.